Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play. I did it way too early. I kind of forgot about the bit until a second before. Also, in the ongoing saga of the audio of this game being... what we're about to talk about is not the game's fault, but we're going to go ahead and mention it at the start now. Just to add to my woes is that... So I got new headphones about a week or so ago, for those who don't remember, or didn't watch the Uda playthrough where I accidentally, well, I didn't snap them in half, that sounds like it was out of anger, but they did snap in half, and I tried to fix them and it didn't really work, and I was like, okay, I've had these for like 5-6 years, I've been thinking about getting some new ones anyway, let's use this as an excuse to get some new headphones, which in hindsight was a bad decision because the American healthcare industry is fucking me in the ass, and not in the fun way this month, so we're kind of on like an ice soup diet. It's not even the healthcare industry, it's the slightly less scummy dental and vision care industry, because, oh, you want to be able to like eat food and see things? Or do you think we can really afford to do that? Do you think that's really necessary for your continued existence? But basically having some expensives there that are hurting us. But got the new headphones, and the thing is that I did kind of notice it when I bought them, but I didn't really think about it. Is that, you know, they're not USB, they only have an audio jack, which is like, okay, I have audio jacks. I have audio jacks at the wazoo. The problem is the one that's most convenient, the front audio jack on my actual desktop, does not work. I'd forgotten that it like stopped working like many years ago, and I don't really know why it stopped working, but it just hasn't worked since then. And then I was like, okay, well there's like an audio jack on my monitor, I can use that. And then it didn't work for whatever reason. Well, I know the reason, we'll tell you in a second. Because basically it was like when you would plug it in, it would like have the feedback, like the noise whenever you plug in, you know, like an audio thing. Like you can kind of tell if it's working or not because you get that little bit of like interference or feedback. It would do that, but the computer would not recognize the headphones. And I was like, okay, well, that's weird. But then I, you know, plug them into the back of the actual computer, into the motherboard, and I was using that for a while, and it like worked. It was just really annoying because like having the headphone cord go all the way to the back of the computer meant like it was kind of tight. Like there wasn't really a lot of leeway for moving the head around. Plus it's like if you were to like jerk your head back, you might like topple the computer or something, which would be pretty bad. pretty horrible, honestly. But then I remembered that, because I was like, why is the audio jack on the monitor not working? So I did some investigating, and it turns out it does work, but I had just disabled the actual audio device of the monitor in like Device Manager, because it was like really, because I think it was like one time, even though I'd had this monitor, because this is like my older one that I've had for like almost 10 years now, and like one day randomly like audio just started coming out of the speakers on the monitor. I'm like, I didn't even know this monitor had speakers, and so I'm like, I never want that shit to happen again. So I think I had to like, I disabled it like manually via Device Manager, and then completely forgot about it. And I guess that also turns off the audio jack. But I did figure that out, and I've been using the headphones just via that for the last little, you know, few days or week or so. And it was fine, but I'm like, I really would kind of like to plug it into the USB port because it's more convenient than having to go like behind the monitor and everything. Because it's not like a super long headphone cord, but like being able to put it on the side of the monitor gives me a little bit more room, and it's just more convenient. So I'll try and see about getting like a USB to audio jack like converter, like a DAC. And the problem there, it was actually surprisingly a bitch and a half, because they make them obviously, but like they're almost only USB-C now. There's like very few regular USB versions. Like I was able to find some, but they were like all Amazon. And the thing is that Amazon's dead to me, and like the Jeff UBs never get another cent from me. So I had to like order it from some fucking like Chinese company, like direct. Like not like a Like an AliExpress, like it's just the company I think is based in, well, actually, they may be Taiwan. Yeah, I think it was actually Taiwan. It doesn't matter. I don't even remember the name of the company, but they had one. And I got it today. It actually came in like a few days ago because they did the thing where it's like we can't send it to a post office box, but then we actually mailed it through the United States Postal Service, and then they try and deliver it, and they can't just send it at your door because I don't have a post office box, so it goes to the post office. They have to go to the post office, and then have to be like, hey, I think a package got sent here. And this has happened like twice in the last like week, so I feel like a dumbass. Eventually, we're gonna play the game. This was taking longer than I thought, but basically, to get to the gist with all the backstory is that plugging the audio jack into the converter has like vastly different audio properties. Like normally I'm always at 30%, and right now I'm at 12 and it's still a little loud. But yeah, basically just another like, oh, it's throwing off my audio balance that I've had for like, I don't know, almost 10 years. I've pretty much always been at like 30%. That's like my happy place. And now if I were to be at 30%, I'd die.
Crimson acid.
That's crimson acid. Something touched by God. Good to see you again, lady. It's been too long. Born in the hospital of our martyred goat, England, in 1002, under the sign of Endless Moon. As a teenager, Crimson left home to fight for Endless Moon in France. Our condolences. She excelled at guerrilla operations and became known as the glamour of the battlefield due to her stunning beauty and presence. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Starlight.
Thank you.
In a dark time, someone has played a hell of a hand against the Syndicate. Bad enough to bring the exile back.
Sorry.
Forgive me for being blunt, Crimson, but did you do that shit?
Don't be coy.
The head, things change. While you were gone, I got blessed by the god. Is that bad? Is that a good thing? So you didn't always have the goat gazelle head. I mean, well, I don't know what your face looked like originally, so I feel like it would be disingenuous for me to say to compliment you on it. Because it could be an upgrade, you know, my thoughts on the muzzle notwithstanding, but I don't know what you look like originally.
Sure.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised by anything in these islands. 19th Island Demon Invasion killed the demonic general. The gods saw fit to bless me. What's the A to B to C with the sewer pad? Quiet place to get away from everyone. After I became blessed, Montserrat convinced me to be the Syndicate's idol.
We're in a dark time.
Why do we need an idol? Someone for the citizens to look up to. If you pray hard enough and serve the gods as best you can. What if I don't want to have a animal head? That kind of thing. Yeah, it's good to have a place to hide away and run my sideline. Everyone needs their own space. Nostalgic? What happened to the glamour of the battlefield? Been a long time since anyone called me that. Starlight literally just did it. The old life is over now. You miss it? Everyone misses their old life. Nostalgia's a curse, lady. Well, I don't miss exile. Give it time. Stepping into the viper's nest.
Nice doing business with you.
Do you want to buy a secret? Maybe? What you got for sale? Crimson, you got any upgrades for Starlight? Coming to the right place? I guess you're breaking into those nightmare computers looking for evidence, right? Got an upgrade which you give Starlight the ability to read more of the symbols. Get you into more systems and more evidence. I get over 10 blood crystals, best offer. Yeah, that seems worth. Now, I don't know if it's as worth as 10 Starlight skins or 10 ice cold beverages, but nice doing business with you, lady. I need to install this manual, lady. Take a look at your inventory. Get more upgrades up to look elsewhere. It's the only place. That's the only one I have.
My way.
Just try buying a drink if you haven't. Heat on the street as that dead Nebula knows where one is.
Got it.
I've also heard one of the power station employees found something they shouldn't have. I think we went to a power
the
station.
The investigator is here.
Got any Starlight skins? You selling any skins for Starlight?
Business is booming.
One skin for one crystal. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. You got any
Good
more?
work.
I'm glad to be back.
It's
Thank you.
absolutely imperative that we have all the skins that I'll never use.
Business is business.
I'll go down to 20.
Nice doing business with you.
I think she's just selling us the same one skin over and over again.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Visions of Cosmos obtained. A knowledge tab for Starlight. Please manually install from Starlight's inventory. I don't know why I gotta manually install it. I think it's Cosmos. Hey, that's us. Start of the day is filled with so much promise. Anything could happen. It won't. This area of space can only be traversed by an ancient race of octopus-like creatures. Their bodies harden into crystals to protect them from innumerable micro-maelstroms. One school of thought claims this area of space is the crucible of life. Another school of thought contests that it isn't, but hasn't provided an alternative. All those stars looking down on us every night. Harrowing, isn't it? What do they want? Why do they watch? The moon will be back. It has to be. It always is. Got time for a chat? You find yourself on an island full of criminals, lady. Are you one? We're not buying illegal skins, are we? Are you one of them, a criminal plotting the downfall of paradise? Not for the crime you're investigating. What does that mean?
Thank you.
All shops need stocks. My trade is secrets. I'll have a wholesale supplier I can get deliveries from. I don't know what either of these... What does happy not complaining mean? I'm not complaining. The Lego's always speedier, especially when it comes to secrets. But are secrets? I guess secrets can be illegal. Kind of. Supply and demand. The islands have changed. We're the Syndicate, the ruling elite. It's easy for everyone in that tower to think the crime is someone everyone does but them. I'm just keeping a record.
Got it.
Which you sell. Technically, we haven't bought any information. Okay, got our relationship up. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck. Alright. First things first. Your alibi. Where were you last night? I was here at my hideout waiting for Lydia's pickup. I'm always one of the last to leave the islands. Yuri thinks he's funny by making me wait. I left when Judge summoned everyone for the crisis meeting. Okay. Any evidence of that? None.
I don't like this.
That paints you in a bad light. Well, no. No, I wouldn't say it paints her in a bad light. It just... It doesn't paint her in a good light. It paints her in a completely neutral light. The fact that she just straight up said, nah, I ain't got any evidence of it, that, like, implicitly makes me trust her a little bit more. I can only tell you the truth. If I knew a mass murder was going down, I'd gone away to corroborate my alibi. There were any whispers of what was about to happen? Nothing. If Henry didn't do this, whoever did managed to keep it extremely quiet. And am I taking your word on that?
That's strange.
I'm running a business here. If that's something, I'd sell it to you. Alright, what do you think about Henry? You think he really did that shit? Think Henry did that shit?
Don't be coy.
Do you? I'm asking you. And I'm asking you. I don't have any details. How did he escape? How did he breach the seals? The answer to every question needs to be a hand wave and he's possessed by a demon. Convenient answers are dangerous. What secrets do you have? Anyone got a motive for last night?
Business is booming.
Lady, I've got a lot of secrets to sell. I can give you a lot of different people's motives. I just don't have an opinion about who did it.
Oh,
Who's got motive then?
Secrets breed mysteries.
These all come at a price, not handing out candy. Secrets take a lot of work to acquire. I got some on the Grand Marshal, the Architect, the Doctor, the Happy Couple, and Witness.
Good work.
Can I buy all of them? I'm gonna make a tidy profit. You got a point. Market for secrets? A mass murder opens the market for people looking to buy secrets.
Secrets are dangerous.
Is that an accusation? Not yet. Looks like I got some investigating to do. I'm gonna be straight with you, lady. This island is full of snakes. I don't want you to hear this from me.
Business is business.
I hate what the Syndicate have done to me. I'm an idol they tried out to rally the citizens. I gloss over the misery with a pretty smile. I haven't got anything against idols, but this isn't for me. Monster had devolved into paranoia. Hard to speak ill of the dead, he was tightening his grip on all of us. One of the first things they go on the next island is my little emporium. Dictators can't have someone peddling secrets, can they? Is that enough to drive you to kill the entire council? No, I didn't do it, but if someone did and they're going to want to shift the blame, that's why I'm being straight with you. Okay. Seems like a weak motive. Plus, why would she, I mean, you know, why would she tell us that shit?
The investigator.
Yuri's got some things to say about you. I bet he does. He isn't my biggest fan. Well, that just makes us like you more then, I guess, because we're not the biggest fan of Yuri. He says you want to be a soldier again, says you want to be in the marshals.
We're in a dark time.
How'd you two start talking about that? I don't know. That happened like a week ago. That was basically a different person. I changed from hour to hour.
Sure.
Asking around about motives. And he thinks that's enough to be on motive. Not to kill the council, just to try and get to be a marshal. Are you denying it?
Secrets breed mysteries.
No, it's true, lady. Do you really think that's motive for mass murder? Yeah, I would say that's pretty tenuous. Sounds tenuous to me.
Good work.
I'm glad you said that. I was dreading the snakes getting to you. But now, I don't necessarily know if we trust you completely, but I don't think I want to have a life forced on me. I would love to be a soldier again.
Who knows?
Has to be on the right way, though. Not through mass murder. What about controlled murder? You know, how many murders does it really have to be a mass murder? I mean, if we're really gonna quibble over it. How many people are on the Syndicate anyway? Maybe it's just a moderate murder. Got any secrets to sell about KHX?
Your truth is wrong.
Why are you asking?
The investigator is
He's
here.
missing. He designed the... Well, he's not just missing. Or do we not know that he's dead? I mean, we found a chalk outline of his body, so I presume that dude's toast. He designed the second holy seal that was the key to getting to the council. Haven't heard anything about it. I know he's missing, but nothing has come up. Alright, know anything about Akio? Why would Akio kill the council?
Business is
Secrets aren't free. Yeah, sure. Good crystals. Minimal imperfections. No imperfections. My boy Shinji hooked us up with that good. Anki is a soldier through and through. She's also their leader, and they're the only family she's ever wanted.
Who knows?
The marshals aren't Syndicate, though. They're citizens. A security measure by Montserrat. They don't have our immortality, and they don't get moved between islands.
Sure.
That seems like a very weak motive, because presumably they've done that. Like, the idea that she would care about her soldiers getting purged. I mean, unless she's new to her role, but like presumably the soldiers will have been purged 20 plus times then. Precisely. Akio's endured a millennia of sadness watching her troops die or get left behind. She wants them in the Syndicate. Get them gene therapied up and create a battalion of immortal soldiers. End her heartache. She has motioned the Syndicate to try and get her marshals inducted, been refused every time. She's hurting and she's angry. Okay, I mean,
What the
that
hell?
makes it seem a bit more likely. What does she get from murdering the council? She wouldn't be promoted to a position where she can change the rules and keep her marshals alive between islands. Yeah. Use the murder to scare the new council. The Untouchables became touched by the hands of death.
I have my ways.
You can argue for increased militarization on the next island, scapegoated on a citizen and panic the next council to create a martial law. Troops inducted into the Syndicate.
Sure.
Use loyal troops rather than expendable troops. Precisely. Montserrat was always scared of immortal soldiers having dangerous thoughts and leading a coup. If Akio did this, she proves that threat isn't from the marshals.
Ah.
Got any proof?
Thank you.
You're gonna do? Pull this from the moon database. You never know when something like this will come in useful. I mean, so far that's the most plausible theory we have. Lady, here's more. I haven't got proof, so I'm not charging you for what I'm about to say. Akio falls in love with the troops. That's why she hurts so much. He's had a string of relationships throughout the island. Is there someone special on this island? Captain Va. He's the highest ranking marshal under Akio. The highest ranking marshals are chosen to guard the council during the birth of a new island. He was murdered last night?
Honey.
Looks that way. Lovers are dying when the island ends. Her motive is to kill the council to push her agenda through, get her marshals into the Syndicate, and make them immortal?
Got it.
Pretty big bet to make. I agree. Something doesn't add up. And plus, I mean, if she did really care about them, wouldn't she have not just... Because... Wouldn't have murdered the person she was actually in a relationship with? Or like the main one?
That's strange.
But Voth then. If Aki was involved, did she let Voth die? Sacrifice to the greater good?
Sure.
I need to find some more truth. And also, I guess the dude could not be dead, right? Because we don't necessarily know the people in there are dead. That's just the assumption, since we can't actually get in the room. Why would Carmelina want to kill the council?
Business is booming.
You know, this costs, right? Only one blood crystal? That's a damn steal. Carmelina isn't allowed on the council. The Silent Sin were barred from ever being... I know that! I read the thing! You remember her father's crime, right? Romeo's fall from grace? Yeah, he did something. I don't know what, though.
The investigator is here.
Yeah, obviously. Everyone knows he was deceived by cosmic deceit. Bingo. Cosmic deceit deceived him with promises of power. Standard stuff. Cosmic deceit wanted Romeo to sacrifice crying grudge in a ritual. I want to give Cosmic Deceit enough power to resurrect.
Weird.
Resurrecting the gods is our mission, but not at the expense of deceptions and sacrificing other gods. Okay, so we do want to resurrect the gods, but only kind of. Okay, Romeo was stopped before he could go through with it. His punishment was execution, the rest of the family being barred from a council seat for eternity. Okay, the motive?
That's it.
Let's say she killed the council.
Don't be coy.
You mean how she's on the throne right now? You even sure she would be on the new council? That law would be overturned? It's a gamble. She's the architect of Perfect 25. If the transition to the new island goes sideways, she's a good candidate to handle it.
I have my ways.
It's not a sure thing, though. Who knows what other options Judge considered? Impossible to know how they interpret the law. If this was her goal, I bet she was planning on bargaining with the new council on the new island. Get them to overturn the ruling after delivering Perfect 25. Has Carmelita protested the ruling in the past? He submitted motions to have the ruling overturned and to get on the council. All have been denied, though. Okay. Can I see these motions? Of course, I pulled them from the moon database. I need to go to the damn moon. Okay, Architect Carmelia formally requested a seat on the council. She acknowledged the crime of her father, but humbly asked the council to reconsider. Motion was denied. Well, I'll give you a little extra for free. I don't know if this helps anything, though. Hit me. About 25 years ago, Carmelina went into isolation for a year. No one saw
That's
her.
weird.
Any idea why?
Hey.
Said it was for work. She had a new project and didn't want to be disturbed. Nothing ever came of it, though. We've never shown the fruits of her labor.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Honest, she could have been doing some communing with gods or something. Why do you think this matters? You know when you get a bad feeling and it festers. Maybe I just needed to say it out loud. Maybe it means something. Let's see what I find. Alright, tell us with Doom Jazz. He's also a little sus. He doesn't seem like... I feel like he's not going to be the killer, but I feel like he could be involved. Like a collaborator or inadvertent helper. Why would Doom Jazz kill the council?
Nice doing business.
You have the
with
cash
you.
to pay for a secret. This is a big one. The Syndicate's origins aren't what they seem. He knows the original secret. For the first island during the Great Betrayal, Montserrat made a mistake that got Doom Jazz's father killed. This was before you joined up with the Syndicate. He was our original military general, a legendary soldier. I've always heard rumors about him before I joined the Syndicate. There weren't many humans the gods feared, but he was one of them. When the Syndicate fled to our first island, Montserrat made a stupid call to investigate a tomb that was supposed to contain a heavenly weapon. He was wrong, there was nothing there. Doom Jazz's father attempted to hold off the pursuing armies during Montserrat's folly. And it was too much. Our pursuers broke through and killed half of the Syndicate before we got away. Instant was struck from history, but some of the existing council members know about it.
Thank you.
Ice Kiwami likes to talk when he's had a drink, and Doom Jazz was his closest friend. He let the secret slip. Okay, okay.
What the hell?
Okay, Montserrat is responsible. Montserrat was planning an operation that was a repeat, but this time Akio's in harm's way. Okay, so I mean, it could be maybe they work together. Because that gives Akio maybe an extra push to get rid of the Montserrat and everyone else.
Thank you.
Ice Kiwami had some skeletons in his closet. He got found out the next album was going to be a bad time for him. He took his own life a few years ago. Apparently that's rare? What does question history mean? They've been friends since the Great Betrayal, hadn't they? Yeah, the Great Betrayal. Yeah, that thing that I know about. Eyes got Doomjazz out of the torture chamber where he lost his arms. Doomjazz refused to give up his medical studying even as the haunted ziggurat in Scotland was besieged. He was captured, tortured, and fled after Eyes broke him out. They were late joining up with the Syndicate, and Doomjazz missed his father's death. By that time, it had been covered up. Okay, I did make the right choice in waiting to talk to this lady until this video. What do you know about Lydia and Sam?
Thank you.
I know that it will cost you.
Good work.
I know about their last job.
Nani the hell?
What last job?
Don't be coy.
Back in the day, Lydia told you that after she met Sam, they left the world of the assassination for good, right? It isn't that easy. Once you're in that world, you're bound to it until you fulfill all your duties. An assassin is the most effective tool in the world, and all tools have owners. In order to leave their old life behind, Lydia's former master had to do one last job.
Doesn't
Or had
matter.
her do one last job. She had to destabilize a government in Europe. Several dead officials allowed for a regime change.
What the hell?
Why didn't she tell me this? We've been friends for millennia. He was ashamed. She vowed to end the killing. Sam helped her do the job. They were in it together. It's not as romantic as the story they told everyone, is it? Always be suspicious of romantic stories, lady. Life doesn't work like that.
I don't like this.
Is this what the council murder is? A regime change?
Good.
Who can say? Was it revenge, a crime of passion, a regime change? You've got some investigating to do. Okay. You know our witness want to kill the council?
Business
Let's
is
see your
business.
crystal.
Thank you.
I know witness was growing to despise
Don't
Montserrat.
be coy.
Montserrat was tightening his grip on all of us. Montserrat was giving into paranoia, worried about his precious perfect
We're in
island.
a dark time.
History was repeating. The island was shrouded in fear.
Thank you.
We've all grown complacent and happy in our freedoms. Montserrat has always been building towards a perfect island and a perfect syndicate. As you know, the syndicate was formed with the goal of resurrecting our gods. 24 islands in, and we weren't doing a good job. Almost all the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. Montserrat didn't care, though. He decided that was step 2. Yeah, what can you tell me about this dude? Montserrat was obsessed with the island sequences. He drifted that way. Most of the syndicate are self-serving and followed. While worry about the gods, you can get a nicer apartment. Damn true. Why wouldn't Witness want to go along with that? He's been gone a while. Montserrat changed, so did Witness. Witness didn't trust him at all.
The investigator is here.
Has Witness been deceived by a god? Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that suspicion. I think it's just some self-radicalization.
I have my ways.
He slipped further and further into worship and fear of the astral masters. You don't need to be deceived into being a servant when you got a healthy dose of the end times fear in you.
That's strange.
So Witness murders the council to put the fear of the gods into them and refocus the syndicate on our holy mission? I'm not saying that's what happened, but if you want to pin a motive on Witness, it's what I'd go with. Okay. Witness believes we're heading for the end times. He's a religious nut. The syndicate are not holy enough and more needs to be done to resurrect the gods? How can we have end times if our gods are dead or dormant? Only a handful of gods came to Earth, the rest of them are out there. Gods are self-serving morons. They've never looked out for their own kind. Take it up with the Witness. I have no time for religious debates. Did you see Yuri last night? Yuri handles Lydia on the last night of an island. You should speak to her. Okay. What about Doomjazz?
Business is
I know
booming.
something about his clinic, but I won't charge you. Find the back door. Yeah, I've already done that. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? Lydia should have been doing her fairy woman duties. The logs at the gate should confirm something about that. Yeah, the gate. You don't think about the escape last night? Secrets about that haven't worked their way to me about Henry's escape. If you think there's more to it, there seems there might be physical evidence near the scene. If what the report says is true, the only way the council building is through the Syndicate HQ. If he went through there, he might have been logged. Check the nightmare computer logs. Alright, I think we're good. I'll be reaching that moon. Don't gotta tell me twice. Oh, we should do our thing before I forget. Get installed.
Install complete.
Okay, going to be honest, I cannot fathom a reason why it doesn't just automatically activate. Follow-up question. This is for Cosmos. Do we know of any computers that needed Cosmos and only Cosmos? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't. The only thing I know is save game. Do not exit game or turn off your computer. Could try and head over to the prison. I'm trying to remember. So we've ran across a bunch of computers, but I don't remember which ones were needed Cosmos and which ones didn't. I know there was one over this way that it only needed 2 symbols. I don't know if one of them was Cosmos. Okay, if you spot a Shinji, you're legally allowed to tell me, or legally required. I think we've explored at least most of this area, or maybe not. I don't know if the water's off because I haven't been here, or if the water's off because it like resets when you reload the game. I'm pretty sure we came through this section. Yeah, I do remember there being a thing over here. Dead Nebula, the mascot was designed many islands ago. Kids love him. Allegedly. Wait, unlock you? We have. Yeah, there was a computer over there that I know it only needed 2, but I don't remember what the other keyword was, if it was Cosmos or not. There's a blood crystal up there. Does anyone know how to get there? I guess we can get on top of the apartments and jump off, but I don't know if there's an easier way. C4. Boom! Look, this is an empty bottle. Sparkling water famed for its crispness and delightful mouthfeel. It feels just like water. It is crazy how that works. I will jump and I will climb and I will climb and I will jump. Where'th the crystal? The crystal! Where'th beeth? I do not thinketh I can. Air conditioner skip. Oh, okay. Fortunately, you forgot that Lady Love dies more like Lady Made of Rubber dies.
Blood crystal obtained.
Probably Lady Made of Rubber is enough. You don't really have to add the dyes back, but whatever. Whatever. I've already bought everything from this vending machine. The whole vending machine sold out. Crazy. We've already been here. That's when we were looking for Shinji. Before we figured out how to reunite with him, our friend, our only ally in this twisted, turned around place. Let me guess, no? I need pyramids! Fucking Pharaoh be like... Okay, we can use this one.
Nightmare computer.
Okay, The Cosmos. Well, see, here's the thing you gotta know about the damn old Cosmos is that it kind of looks like, I suppose it kind of be looking like that a little bit, and then a little bit of star action. Okay, that's actually all you need. All right, and then you want to make a goat. All you got to do, partner, is you get one half of a skull, and then another half of a skull, and then a couple of horns. It's that easy. It's that easy, partner. Some people might tell you it's a little bit more difficult than that, but they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes the simplest way is the easiest way. You know what I mean? Island Seekers 12. Centuries of visions. Every clock remained at 0000, and we all saw great stone citadels on a forgotten planet. I gotta piss blood. Cosmic Deceit Carving. A carving that details the god Cosmic Deceit. Okay, we heard about you. The many-armed iguana buried under the shifting sands of the bizarre purple desert hidden in Egypt. Nasty and selfish god. He died after his plan to seduce Romeo's silence was foiled by the Syndicate. Yep. You the gods? Crystal touch? Despairing diary. A diary from work on the power station. They're complaining about abnormal time distortions from being near the reality folding drive. Lost time, days that go on for months, and unexpected age regression are all common side effects. Before he knew it, he had become a 1,000-year-old dragon.
Blood crystal obtained.
You're a monster. Okay, yeah, we've seen your picture. Ah, Shinji. What makes a good killer? Is someone that's good at killing or someone that doesn't get caught? First one.
Sure.
Coldness. Passion leads to mistakes. If someone survives being killed, you've messed up.
I have a bad feeling about
If you can
this.
kill like it's the most weird thing in the world, you can make a good killer. What about not getting caught?
The investigator
You either
is
need to
here.
disappear or make it seem too ridiculous that you could have been involved. Think there's someone like that on the
I'm
island?
glad to be back.
If there wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Good point. That kind of gives us motive, man. How did we got out of our exile? By killing all the council members. Something like that. I don't know the feasibility of it, because presumably we're, you know, exiled, but... Big moon, little tiny moon, even tinier moon. Well, do I want the one with the horns? I don't think I want the one with the horns. I want the one without the horns, partner. A little bit of... How do I make the face again? Wait, do I... I mean, those horns kind of fit? Not really? I guess you could consider these the ears and not the horns.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
But alright. Have I been here? I have been here. I don't know where we are, but we have been here apparently.
Game saved.
Oh, are you the... Did we have something for you? Ezra Albert? Oh, yeah, we found your thing, and I knew I recognized the name. I found your employee card next to your fish tank. Your fish are doing fine. Ezra Albertine? Nah, that sounds like a fucking loser name. No offense if any Ezras are existing. I wonder if I liked who I am.
Got it.
People often wonder that at the end. The only people that don't are psychopaths. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Thank you. Found something. It's in my locker. My locker code is 0120. Now I can ascend. I don't know where your locker is, my dude.
Key item obtained.
Is this your locker? Your locker back where we found the thing? I just walk up this? I can.
Blood crystal obtained.
Yep. And we came over here, but I don't remember what was over here. So I do kind of vaguely remember there being like a locked locker. Provocative flower, a sweet seasonal drink popular with kids. Use flavors from flowers around the island to create a unique taste. Yeah?
Dead Nebula thanks you for your continued patronage.
You're welcome. You know, try to love the refreshing beverages we make. You are our most valued customer. Do you have a favorite? I don't know, the one we just picked up seems kind of good.
Sorry.
That's great. Good answer. You must be a hit at parties. Never mind that. Remember the upgrade for Starlight we mentioned? We've come through for you. Hang for a second. The vending machine is installed for you booted. You should be able to get the upgrade thing out of it now. Don't forget, it's in the warehouses. Why is hardware like that jammed in a vending machine? Dead Nebula's security chief is a real moron. He'd been showing off just for the slaughter ritual. He thinks exposing OS loopholes is a great way to impress people.
Why?
Why did he have a Starlight upgrade? He had a favor for someone he shouldn't have in the Syndicate. They promised him a piece of Syndicate tech in return. What he got was unusable upgrade for use on a device he'd never seen. Like we said, moron.
How?
How'd it end up in a vending machine? Marshals came knocking. He tried to hide it. It's jammed in the dispensing mechanism. Should come out if you try making a purchase now that it's been rebooted. Alright.
Get him, Lady Love Guys.
If a culprit lets out a confession in range of our microphones, we'll let you know. And then if you purchase 1,000 spring sodas, maybe, just maybe, we'll tell you. Oh yeah, here were these the lockers? I mean, these are lockers, but I don't know if they're the lockers.
Got it.
Oh yeah, because we got here and they were like, I can't open it. They said they found something and put it in here. So it's like a Starlight upgrade. Ooh. Pyramids!
That's strange.
I don't know if life was a power plant worker living, they would find this. Pyramids, let's go. A knowledge tablet for Starlight. Please manually install from Starlight's inventory. These carvings were carved by terrible hands with unknown tools on a planet that only exists as the afterimage of a nightmare. Okay. Well, we went from having no extra Starlight thingies to now we've got most of them. And I think this is actually a good time to use our fast travel. Fast travel to take me to wherever we were earlier. It was, if we can just get back to the it was by the river. I got no fucking clue where I am. Oh no, this is farther away. This is actually, I get as far away as possible from this fast travel point. Here's what we'll do. We'll make our way back over there. And then when we get to the little savey thing, we'll call it. The one that's closest. I'm pretty sure there was a savey boy next to the river. Or a savey girl. It's possible, I don't know. Yeah, there is one over there. Gonna have to take a roundabout way to get there. Now here's the question. Will I remember that I'm supposed to go unlock this door? And the start of the next video? Well, place your bets now. Who knows? Who knows?
Game saved.
Alright, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.